The OCAA women's soccer season starts here. Acumen Stadium is the host as the St. Clair Saints take on the Mohawk Mountaineers here on We Digital Productions. My name is Justin Prince. Welcome to today's action as we begin the women's soccer season. Both of these teams looking to start off strong here in the Rose City for what's expected to be an intriguing matchup between these two squads. Mohawk coming off a successful preseason. St. Clair looking to try and build momentum with the new coach. Let's talk about the starters to begin things for tonight. Starting off with Mohawk on the left side of your screen. Gianna DiFrancesco starts alongside Lauren Snyder. Then it's going to be Janelle Lammers along with Autumn Grayley. Erica Copper-Henry starts things off as well for this team, as well as Paige App. Also bringing up the starting lineup, Allie Glassbergen, along with Abigail Woods, along with Aaliyah Cardona, and the goaltender is Samantha Doan. Meanwhile, it's going to be a familiar name. Once again, the fifth-year senior. It is Athena Demario Doan, who will start at goaltender for St. Clair. They'll be starting alongside Kaylee Ryan, along with Kayla Deschamps, along with Jacqueline French. Also starting things off will be Alina Habash. Also starting things off is Mallory Cole, along with Melissa Watson, Abby Tremblay, along with Alyssa Tasevsky. Also making the start today will be Chloe Dender, and rounding up the lineup will be Madison Zmas. That's a look at your starting lineups here today. St. Clair with a new head coach, and it's a familiar head coach from the past for this program. A few years ago, there was the movement that's seen the head coach of the program, and Steve Bajnini, move on to the university. He has rejoined the St. Clair Saints for a second stint. Previously, he was the National Coach of the Year in the CCAA in 2015 and a multiple-time OCAA Coach of the Year, 3 years standing. High expectations for St. Clair today. They'll be wearing their white jerseys this afternoon into the evening. Mohawk will be in their orange and black jerseys to begin the brand new season. Mohawk will start off with the ball to begin the action. You're watching We Digital Productions for the opening game of the OCAA women's soccer season, all set to go from Acumen Stadium. Players now in their positions to begin today's action. A sunny day, mind you. 28 degrees Celsius, feels like 28. Clear blue skies. Zero chance for rain in the forecast. And we're underway from Acumen Stadium. Quickly kicked over to St. Clair to begin the action. Moved over on the near side. Dender. Moved along the side. Ryan. Passed in traffic, intercepted by Mohawk. Moved towards center by Brinker. Passed on back. Now picked up by Grayley. Grayley passes it through traffic, moving towards center field. Opening 30 seconds and side out. First throw-in coming in. Throw-in coming in this time from Dender. Second-year player from Sandwich Secondary, able to get it on in. St. Clair trapped in the middle part of the field so far. Mohawk rips it away. Moved on ahead. Page up. Passes into space. Intercepted by St. Clair. Picked up just at the edge of the goaltender box. Ariel Doan taking her time. A strong boot upfield towards the Mohawk third of the field. Moved around DiFrancesco, able to move it on ahead. Now kicked on forward to Lammers. Lammers through the traffic. St. Clair comes back with it, battling along the side. Kept on in play, over to Ryan. Back and forth over Zamas. Now Mohawk stealing it away, picking it up and away. Pulling it away Cardona. Move back to their goaltender, DeHaan. DeHaan with her first touch of the match. Moves it up to center field. St. Clair back with it. Mohawk picks it back up, tosses it away. 2 minutes into the opening half of play for the OCAA women's soccer season here in Windsor on Weed Digital Productions. Justin Pritz with you, St. Clair Mohawk. Mohawk trying to get an attack going. Sets things up for the box. Missing on the shot. Wide of the woodwork. Demario Doan set things up for a goal kick. Demario Doan's first goal kick of the season after a very successful last campaign. Demario Doan now setting things up. Former West Division All-Star from 2021. Only 7 allowed goals, 1 clean sheet in 2021 play as that one goes out. Thrown back in quickly by Mohawk. Mohawk led by their head coach Paul Giannini in his second year. Team adding players as recently as a few days ago. He had indicated his team watches it get picked up and away by St. Clair. Demario Doan kicks it out. That'll set up the throw-in. Weather forecast has mentioned 28 degrees Celsius. Feeling as now high as 31 degrees Celsius, but the winds, it is worth noting, are gusting at 14 kilometers an hour to the south. Those winds gusting, St. Clair gets the throw-in. Taking their time for the throw-in on the far side. And knocked out of play, Mohawk gets the throw-in this time. Throw it in short. Kicked off a couple Saints. Trying to set up the cross. Going into the box. Picked up by Demario Doan. And Mohawk has an opportunity to go for naught. Picked up center field. Ryan. Move back. Kick forward once more into traffic. Intercepted. Ryan picks it back up in turn. Move back to Dender. Moved around for Watson. Watson chases back after it. Last touch by St. Clair. Mohawk throw-in. Back and forth along the center field marks. On the near side. Near whistles. Caparachi just avoiding that whistle on the mark. Moved back by St. Clair in turn. Habash. Kicked on forward. St. Clair going for an attack. Move to the far side. Battle on the side. Last touched by St. Clair. Mohawk throw it. The Mountaineers quickly have it deflected. Will throw it back in. The Mountaineers erupted with a strong performance to end the preseason against Loyalist earlier this month. A 7-0 victory to close out the preseason. The first time Mohawk had scored 7 goals in a single game since 2016. Coming in with momentum offensively. They try and bring the offensive attack across center. Intercepted on the pass by Dender. Moved up by Ryan. A chance for St. Clair. Here comes Watson. Watson going for the shot. Misses the woodwork, hitting the side of the mesh. So far, 1 save for St. Clair, 2 shots attempted by Mohawk. St. Clair potentially with the first credited shot there. Quickly tapping things away in the passes in the backfield. St. Clair with it. Watson floats it up. Quickly picked off by the Mountaineers. Lammers trying to work around the corner, instead picked up around midfield. Moved up now by St. Clair. Zamas over Watson. Watson tries to run to space. Good move. Habash shot, scores! Habash hammers it in, and the Saints lead 1-0. The first-year player from LaSalle leading the attack. Jacqueline French getting the credit. And back off and away we go. Moved around, Cardona. Watches it kicked around the far side. Around the scoreboard. Picked up by St. Clair. French credited with the goal. St. Clair up 1-0, 8 minutes into the opening half of play of the season. Mohawk intercepts it. Moved up center. Opportunity now for the Mountaineers. Locking and stopping, contact for Lammers. Lammers still with it. Lammers shot back, scores! And the Mountaineers respond quickly with the soft touch. It's 1-1. St. Clair's first lead of the season lasting no less than 30 seconds. And a nifty move by Lammers, avoiding the slide tackle from Zamas. And the Mountaineers keep up the offensive onslaught from the preseason closer into the regular season opener. Back and away 9 minutes in. Moved on to the far side, and that rolls of touch. The Mountaineers trying to work up their offense once more, passing open space. Picked up by St. Clair for the reset. Tamario Adone allowing their first goal of the season. That was on shot 3 faced on the campaign. Moved up for Ryan. Ryan has it, slipped away. Moved over for Snyder. Bounced around a couple of times. Bullet pass for Cardona. Now into space once more. The Mohawk Mountaineers have it stopped. Demario Doan with the save. Glassbergen with the shot at that time. Glassbergen, one of the players mentioned to keep an eye on, one of the first-year eligible players from Burlington, Ontario for the Mountaineers. St. Clair, in turn, looking to bring their own attack. Looking for a quick response. The shot goes over the woodwork. And some of the Windsor TFC players in attendance today go and chase after it. Lammers credited with the previous goal now for the Mountaineers at the 9th minute. Mountaineers quickly move it ahead. And that one goes out of touch to the Saints bench. Thrown in right over the head of a Mountaineer and out of touch. Past the goal line. We'll see where this gets marked. Corner kick coming up. Plenty in attendance today for the opening game of the season for St. Clair for soccer. This matchup in the men's game taking place here this evening. Booted through the box. The cross attempts. Gets bounced around. St. Clair trying to get back to it. Mountaineers get tackled off the ball. Bounced off a Mountaineer and a chance for another corner. potentially here. Corner is placed after the Watson shot. Taking a stutter step this time, low trajectory, and the Mountaineers pick it up. No attempt at the cross from St. Clair. The Mountaineers just go out of touch around center field. From the middle of the pitch now for the throw-in for Dender. Second-year player from LaSalle with plenty of touches so far as that one goes out of touch off of Watson. Mountaineers taking their time around the midfield. St. Clair back with it. Picked back up for the Mountaineers. Kicked ahead now by Mohawk. Chasing after it and running space. Mountaineers come up with it now on the attack. Stripped away on the tackle by St. Clair. Mountaineers pick it back up. Trying to cross it over, intercepted. St. Clair taking their time on the offensive rush as they back off of it. Avoiding the offsides potentially. Now with it, Snyder. Move back over for Woods. Bounced around Cardona. Cardona gets ripped off the ball by Ryan. Back and forth around the midfield. Underneath the scoreboard now in the shade. The Mountaineers set up the attack. Three move ahead. A chance in the box. Knocked away. Broken up by Zamas. And the Mountaineers forced to retreat back and reset their own attack. Slow tempo played and a slide tackle. Stripped away St. Clair. That one going out of touch off of a Saint, though, as the Mountaineers will get a throw-in and a chance for a potential shot opportunity in this 1-1 match. The Mountaineers looking for the throw-in. Moved into the box. Shot deflected away. And some of the Windsor TFC players will go back to retreat for that one as the corner gets set up. Demario Doan setting things up for traffic management for the box. Demario Doan, one of two fifth-year eligible players on the team, French the other. Move to the box. The shot. Demario Doan stops it. Past the 15-minute mark. St. Clair able to get some breathing room on the kick. Mountaineers come back with it. Moved up the field on the attack. Cardona. Pass through traffic. And to the goalkeeper goes Glassbergen, the intended player on that one. The Hamilton District Christian High School prospect. Majority of play taking place in the midst of the middle third of this field. Mohawk with several opportunities, 6 shots so far faced from the Saints goalkeeping staff. St. Clair back and forth with Mohawk now in the midfield. An opportunity for Dender. Moved up midfield, rolling its way past French. Mountaineers back up with it. 3 players up on the attack. Left up the left wing. Lammers. Stopping at the corner. Stripped away. Picked back up, though, by Epp. Page up. Passes it off a Saint. Mohawk forced to retreat back to the neutral zone and reset. Keeping the tempo patient through the traffic. Squeezing through the traffic as Epp. The shot stopped. DeMario Doan again with the save. So far, 4 saves from DeMario Doan on 7 shots faced. DeMario Doan bounces it all the way down to the neutral zone and out of touch off the head of a Saint. And first substitutions coming in for the match. Substitution apiece coming in for Mohawk. On the substitutions is Ryan Jans. Meanwhile, St. Clair will bring in Angelica Petro, part of the LeSueur trio, as it may be referred to, because 3 prospects from this year's recruiting class came from LeSueur High School. Erica Natashek amongst that class, also coming in Sydney Lucier. Moved up for the shot. DeMario Doan with the stop. DeMario Doan trying to reach and save it. Gets it to it. DeMario Doan with an impeccable save. Moved up now for the long goal kick all the way to the other end for a goal kick back. Seeing the replay in turn, DeMario Doan having to jump on top of it and use her legs to tie things up. An impeccable play by DeMario Doan. And an injury stoppage on the field currently. That's Zamas, the second-year player from LaSalle. The training staff being signaled out onto the field, and substitutions already potentially coming into play during this stoppage. As this injury stoppage continues here, and as some of the players get the chance to hydrate, to mention more in terms of the LeSueur trio coming on in, 2 midfielders and a defender in Natashak. The big thing mentioned about that program, of course, 4th in Ontario's girls AA OFSA after picking up the Wexa and SWASA championships. The men's soccer matchup, remember, taking place approximately 6:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Kickoff around 7 p.m. tonight. Be sure to tune in here on We Digital. See how the men's season gets underway. High expectations with some of the new recruits coming in there as well. Couple coming over from Windsor TFC, from club play. So with the injury stoppage, play ready to get back rolling here. (1-1) your score. Lammers scoring in the 9th minute. A minute earlier, French credited with the goal for St. Clair's first goal of the season. Coming on in, Marissa Olette from Harrow, Ontario, on the substitution. But a 3 or 4 minute injury stoppage as we're backing away. Mountaineers get picked off, coming up the field. Moved around the far side by St. Clair and out of touch. The Mountaineers set up for the goal kick as you see some of the movement in turn to reset. Quickly moved up. Mountaineers have it bounce around with the wind. Picked up by St. Clair. Watson intercepted. Picked back up though by Ryan off the bounce. Trying to find some space to work French. Picked back up by the Mountaineers. Headed away by Dender. Trying to kick it up in the air on the spiral. The Mountaineers. Moved up and quick shot. Misses the woodwork. Fourth shot on net attempted by St. Clair in the match. The offense starting to pick things up a little bit. On the stutter. Moved up to midfield on the pitch. St. Clair trying to get their first momentum swing to the match. Since that goal early on, that one goes out of touch. St. Clair throw in. Keep in mind, Vagnini, his respective squads when he was the coach of this program back in 2013 and 2017, 20 total victories, 4 losses, 4 draws during that time. A difficult coach to beat. Mohawk trying to beat the St. Clair defenders, moves it up instead to St. Clair. Saints have some space to work with. Moved up for the attack, too strong is the pass. Picked up by the Mountaineers goalkeeper. Mountaineers trying to be very tactical. A lot of tiki-taka style offensive movement. A lot of passes to set things up for the rush. The Mountaineers go on the rush. Jans avoids a slide tackle. Gets ripped away the second time. St. Clair moves it away. That one goes out of touch for the throw-in. After the battle, St. Clair back with it. Dender. Bounced around to Ryan. Nearly intercepted on the pass ahead, a couple lines forward. St. Clair goes for the long pass instead, out of touch from the Mohawk bench. 25 minutes into play, 1-1, still your score on We Digital. That one goes out of touch for the St. Clair throw-in. Throw it in softly and bounced out a touch. Back and forth on the out of touches. Now this time, throw-in coming for the Mountaineers. Move back and forth by Mohawk. Moved up now, this time up the left wing. Going for the cross. Too soft. Picked up once again by French. Midfield. Ryan. Cuts it right. Tapped off a Mountaineer. The wind bounces it back into play. And Mohawk able to get possession. The Mountaineers with a good opportunity, potentially building here. Lots of space to run. Moved up again by Jans, the striker from Millgrove. Cuts through the defense, pass through traffic, bounces off the foot of Lammers. Bounce back in towards the box and out of touch. And to the goal kick it goes. Mario Doan sets things back up. Bounced ahead off of Saint. Mohawk back on the attack. Looking for some space. Glassbergen not able to keep it. St. Clair instead picks it back up. Jans goes for the tackle attempt, able to poke it loose. Cardona treats back for the Mountaineers. And Mohawk looks to reset their offensive movement once again. The Mountaineers making some waves earlier on in the month as the announcement came in the program. We get the chance to play at Tim Hortons Field. Starting this campaign, the first OCAA team to play at a professional venue. That tackle knocking things loose. That one goes out of touch. St. Clair tapping it around. Continuing to stay out of touch on the far side of the field. Back up the field into Mohawk territory. That one rolls out for a quick goal kick opportunity off the throw. A very calm match so far since the early goals in this one. This venue, keep in mind, for the men's side of the card, will be hosting CCAA National Championship action as announced in August. That will be next year, of course, next November, 2023. That will be talked about a bit more through the men's action later on tonight. St. Clair ready for their own attack. An opportunity to the left side. Stop. DeHaan able to break things up. Ouellette on the attack, not able to get the shot off. And the goal kick gives Mohawk some breathing space. Mountaineers reset for their attack. Looking to move it up towards the box. Kicked up in the air instead by St. Clair. Header attempt, not able to get ground. Now Mountaineer action, moving towards the box again. Two Saints converge for the tackle, able to strip it away. St. Clair trying to go back on their attack. Contact for several tackle attempts midfield. Now with it, Petro. St. Clair watches along as an opportunity for an offside off of Watson. Watson a few strides too far. And the Mountaineers will retake possession. 30 minutes in, you see how close the previous opportunity got. Ouellette one stride away from taking the shot attempt. Back in play. Mountaineers move it along the side. Kick through some of the traffic. St. Clair skies it up. The wind knocks it back towards play again. The wind now starting to blow from over the grandstands, and a whistle for contact. Too strong of a tackle. Mountaineers get to kick. Slowly crawled up now by Epp and company. Moved up for Cardona. Cardona passes away from the tackle attempt. And it rolls past the Mohawk bench out of touch. That will stay Mountaineers' possession for the throw-in. Throw it in once again to Jans. Jans with plenty of touches so far on these attacks since the substitution in. St. Clair able to break up this attack. St. Clair now looking for the attack of their own. Ouellette trying to reach after it, not able to reach after it. Knocked out a touch. They'll set up the throw-in by the Porta Potties. Now into the 32nd minute. Someone goes out of touch. St. Clair with the touch once again. Set up on the throw. St. Clair knocks it out of touch once again to the officials this time. And a substitution signal now by Mohawk. Tori McFadden looking to come into the match. Also looking to come on in, Kayla Golden. Coming out of the match that time, Cardona. The second substitution waiting on the wings in this 33rd minute. So there goes Golden into the match. The second substitution is Lammers, who gets a breather after her goal earlier in this match. Back in play for the throw-in. St. Clair kicks it out of the park. And that will roll to the parking lot to a spectator who throws it back in. The throw-in, meanwhile, in live play, sees the Mountaineers attacking midfield, stripped away by St. Clair. Trying to pass to Watson, got blocked. Move back over now for Jans. Jans, the soft touch, just out of the reach of a Mountaineer. Picked up now by Watson. Watson stripped away. Mohawk pops it into the sky. St. Clair looks to get something rolling here. Ouellette going towards the box, headed away. And the goalkeeper will get the chance to be able to reset things with the pass. Trailer playing up at the back end, Watson. Nearly passed off of Watson. The Mountaineers just get it away from the box. Snyder takes it up to midfield, now picked back up by St. Clair. Watson trying to move to the middle of the box, trying to jet forward is Petro. Kicked out and away by the Mountaineers for the throw-in attempt. St. potentially moving around. Watching the action with intrigue for a potential sub. Nia Johnson poking in and out on this possession. Joe watches the Mountaineers pick it back up. Moved up to midfield. Just two defenders back. 4-on-4. The Mountaineers going on the rush. Jans can't keep it. St. Clair breaks it up. Broken up by French. French comes back with it. French kicks it along the side. Out of touch, though, off the passer. And the Mountaineers will throw it in quickly. Lots of tackle attempts in the midst of the attack in St. Zone. Mohawk back towards the box, kicked back up into the air. Moved on forward again for Cole and company. Contact along the side. Golden watches it get kicked ahead by St. Clair up to midfield. Now a chance on a 2-on-3. Quickly intercepted. Very back and forth, ticky-tack-toe style of play as that one goes out of touch. There's the substitution indicated before. Johnson is indeed coming in after the bouncing back and forth for Watson. Thrown in now by the Mountaineers along the near side. Quickly picked up by St. Clair. Johnson quickly gets stripped away on her first touch. Hard contact on the tackle attempt with Snyder. Kicked out a touch. Mountaineers throw in. Quickly approaching the end of the first half of play. 1-1 still your score in the 37th minute. St. Clair in the box. Demario Dome picks it up. Demario Dome preferring lots of space for goal kicks in this match. This one around midfield. Olet. And knocked out a touchdown for the Mountaineers once again. Busy weekend, keep in mind, at Acumen Stadium. Soccer today here at the park. Then you have football tomorrow. Don't forget about softball just across the way on Sunday. That does include the baseball action. A busy opening week of school time as well on the St. Clair College campus. The Mountaineers throw it in. Jan's trying to dance. Intercepted again by St. Clair. Passed back to one of the assistants, and the Mountaineers will throw it back in. Mountaineers retreat back to midfield. Stripped away by French. French gets stripped back. Hard tackle. Play continues. A lot of leeway given on the tackles today. Just one free kick. St. Clair kicks it and misses the woodwork. Out of the range of DeHaan, goal kick regardless. Some of the Mountaineers players making their way to the locker rooms for preparation for the men's game. Some of the Saints athletes also in attendance watching this goal kick. Snyder. To Jans. Jans with footsteps behind. Moves it into open space. St. Clair touches back to it. Tzepski with a quiet first half with one of the first touches of the half. Olet moves it back for the far side. The wind really gusting in the backdrop. It has played a lot of trouble for kicks towards the near side grandstands today. Keeping a lot of balls in play with the spirals. That time out of touch. St. Clair throw it. Moved around by St. Clair. Floated up towards the box. Bounces in front of Olet. French kicks it in off the top of the woodwork. Picked up by DeHaan. And a whistle blown. And they have indicated it's crossed the line for the goal. French with a second. Off the top of the woodwork. Watch this. French with the left foot. And right there, just bounces inside the goal line. It's a 2-1 game. St. Clair up over the Mountaineers. Heading towards the end of the first half. Play currently is in action. Back along midfield. Mohawk, remember, responded within 30 seconds last time. Will there be a response similar to this time? They're trying it now. Jans, left wing, tackle off the ball. Picked back up by the Mountaineers. Moved ahead for the attack. Jans moves into the box. St. Clair steals it before it gets there. Back around center field. Bounced around for the Saints to kick it past the midfield line. In the 42nd minute, 2 goals so far for French. St. Clair up by 1 over Mohawk, as that one is tossed to the highway. Throw-in signaled and a substitution signaled. Cardona coming back on in after the French 41st minute goal. And a second potential substitution coming in, yes. Coming back on in. Koparonki will re-enter the match on the near side. So some of the starters return back in. Jan, several attempts on the attack. Go back to the bench for this throw-in. St. Clair strips it away. Too strong for the pass to get to Olette as that goes out of touch. The wind blows it all the way to the parking lot. Quickly approaching extra time here in this 2-1 matchup for the first half of play. Out of touch it goes once again. Remember, 3-4 minutes of stoppage time previously for an injury. Lots of tackle attempts under the scoreboard on the previous throw. They'll try it again. Same result just about this time. St. Clair gets tied up, gets picked away. Picked around for the Mountaineers, picked back up by St. Clair. Mountaineers pick it back up with the tackle with the back foot. Kicked ahead on the far side and side out. Off of Habash. Mountaineers trying to set up the attack once again. In a side out. St. Clair throw it. Lots of plays going out of touch here as we've reached the 45th minute into extra time now for the first half of play. Mohawk, St. Clair, both teams starting to pick up high tempo with a couple minutes to work with in the extra time. Kicked ahead for Olette. And again, it's blown out of touch. This wind has been treacherous today. Staying along the far side, St. Clair looking for one more chance. Mohawk takes it away instead, kicks it out of touch. They say it touched a Saint, however, on the way out. Fourth minute continuing to work ahead. St. Clair looking for one more attack. A tackle attempt up at midfield nearly. Swirled around a couple times by Johnson. Floated ahead to open space. No one around. One dodge by Ryan. Ryan gets stripped back on the pass behind. Rolling towards the far corner. And that one just knocked out of touch. St. Clair gets another throw-in. Just missing the corner. Throw-in this time by Dender. Dender looking to throw as strong as possible. And that one will set up a corner kick potentially. There's the signal, yes. electing to go soft on this attack. Dender sets up at the corner of the box. Floats it in for the cross. Not able to get it to a Saint, and that ends the first half. 45 minutes in, 2-1 St. Clair the score here at Acumen Stadium. French with both goals for St. Clair. The Saints are up 2-1. And a thrower here on Wheat Digital.
Every child should learn how to swim, for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Welcome back, everyone, to Windsor, Ontario for the start of the second half of play for OCAA women's soccer action. Justin Prince with you as we get ourselves all situated for the start of the second half of play. 2-1, your score for St. Clair over Mohawk. Coming off of 8 shots by St. Clair, 9 by the Mountaineers. As well as 6 saves in 2 for Mohawk. One corner kick apiece came into play during the first half of play as well for each of the respective sides. We're underway for the start of the second half. The Mountaineers quickly trying to bounce things around. St. Clair picks it up around midfield. St. Clair picked up a majority of their shot attempts at the end of the first half of play, keep in mind. Both of their goals being picked up by French in the 8th and 41st minutes, respectively. Lambers picked up one in the 9th minute for Mohawk. Mountaineers with it. Moved around the midfield. Now for Glassbergen. Bergen trying to work things along. Forward, intercepted instead by St. Clair. Glassbergen going for the tackle attempt. Moved back by the Saints, out of touch. Off of Abby Trombley. Throw in now by the Mountaineers. Attack heading from left to right. St. Clair going from right to left in the second half of play. Getting a bit of space to work midfield. One-on-one chance, broken up by Mohawk quickly. Rolled around by Snyder. Moved up to midfield. St. Clair strips it back away. That goes out of touch for the throw-in. Sun starting to set here at Acumen Stadium. Plenty of fans watching with umbrellas in some cases in the stands today. Mohawk going on the opportunity. Demario Doan knocks it down for the save. Mountaineers up to double-digit shot attempts now in the match. Low trajectory on the goal kick and free kick called. Whistle on a tie-up. The Mountaineers will get the chance to kick from midfield. Autumn Grayley sets things up. Loaded towards the box. Pick back up to the sky. St. Clair able to get away. Moved around by French. Kick that time off of Johnson going for Petro. Intercepted once more. The Mountaineers take it back up. Missing its intended target on the pass though. Petro with the steal. 3 minutes into the second half of play here on We Digital and OCAA Women's Soccer Action, the opening game of the season. First game start time-wise as well this season in the OCAA. Province wide. Mohawk going for the chance. Floated around through the box. That one going for the goal kick. Demario Doan kept very busy all throughout this first half into the second half in turn of play today. Goal kick bounces to midfield. Johnson. Stripped back away. Mohawk back on the prowl. Losing the ball and stripped back away. Contact on the pass. Play continues. Loaded back around and out of touch for the Mountaineers. St. Clair making plenty of adjustments, seen on the sideline there. That one goes out of touch once again. A lot of verbal communication coming from the side currently, seen there a bit from Vajnini. For several years spent time coaching the Canadian Soccer League team, the Windsor Stars, mind you, as well as being a goalkeeping coach for Team Canada in the World University Games back in 2010, 2011. Move back ahead now by the Mountaineers, stripped back by St. Clair. Up along midfield, poked back loose. Popped into the sky. The wind, in turn, partly sees things get knocked out of touch for the throw-in once again. Throw-in by the Mountaineers. St. Clair flies it up. Moved up around midfield. Mohawk back with it. Looking for a bit of space. DiFrancesco. Towards the box. DiFrancesco. Stops. Dodges one sink. Pass back again. Cardona. Into the box. And diving on it once again, the goalkeeper, Demario Doan. Demario Doan's activity continuing all throughout this match. Demario Doan now getting the touchback. Moved up along the side, now for Tremblay. Stripped back by Mohawk. Tremblay not backing down. Tries another tackle. Can't get to it. DiFrancesco. Passed along the right side, the near side of the field. And out of touch. Who touches it? It's Mohawk last touching. Substitution being signaled now by St. Clair before this throw-in in the corner. Watson coming back into the match. She'll come in this time for Tremblay. Thrown in directly to Watson. Watson pops it up. Mohawk immediately gets to work for the throw-in. Thrown back into the box. Move back out. Mohawk trying to get out, trapped. Epp bounces off of Epp and out of play for the goal kick. .52nd minute. Here on We Digital, St. Clair leads 2-1. Goal kick by Demario Doan. Moved up around midfield once again by St. Clair. Tap forward on the far side. Now towards the center of the field directly for French. French loses it. Moved ahead by Mohawk. Mohawk a chance, stripped back by Watson. Pass back, Mohawk keeps it back up. Off of one deflection. Reset back to the middle. Through towards the box, poked away by St. Clair. Kept back on the attack is Epp. Epp over to Demario Doan. Demario Doan, the diving save. St. Clair kicks it out of touch to reset. Mohawk throw-in. Mountaineers looking to reset things on the attack Epp. Kick quickly ahead. Glassbergen through the box. Stolen away by St. Clair on the cross attempt. Saints trying to get it away. Can't get it away. Move back into the box. Demario Doan off the bounce. Gets it. 13 shots now for the Mountaineers. Already in the 54th minute. Quick look at the replay previously. See some of the pressure St. Clair's been trying to keep up with before that diving play. Demario Doan with 10 saves on the match. Just one goal allowed. Out of touch, meanwhile, around center field. St. Clair credited for the throw-in. Out of touch for a second time and a second throw-in for St. Clair. That moves them up about, give or take, 15, 20 yards. By the way, tomorrow, OCAA baseball taking place 4 at 6 p.m. George Brown coming into town. Defending champions of the OCAA, looking to keep things up in baseball action here on We Digital. Meanwhile, a goal kick now by the Mountaineers. DeHaan. Popped around for Watson. Watson getting kerfuffle with Johnson. Rolls out of touch to the St. Clair bench. Throw back in by St. Clair. Mohawk comes back with it, though, in their own zone. Moved around midfield, just kept in touch. Looking back and forth. The Mountaineers working to the middle. Looking to poke a hole through the defense. Picked back up by the Mountaineers. Epp sidesteps. Kicks it back. Hard kick. Demario Dome picks it up and another stop. Demario Dome working the traffic now, approaching the 56th minute. Here on We Digital. St. Clair picks it up. Some rare touches for the Saints in this half of play. A lot of orange and black touches by the Mountaineers. Dender floats it back, headed away by Mohawk. St. Clair keeps it though. Kept on the far side, poked loose. Here comes Mohawk. There goes Mohawk. St. Clair on the attack. Off the strip. Johnson gets stuck with the player. One shot misses, and out of play and out of touch. Goal kick opportunity. Watson with the shot. Curves right. See, Johnson gets tied up. And nowhere close to the woodwork. That triggers a substitution by St. Clair. That will bring in Azumi Alou. She comes in for Marissa Olette. Let a couple shots early in the first half after her substitution in, but quiet since. 57 minute now rolls. Moved up towards midfield by Mohawk. Kick back through the pressure. 4-3-3 look currently by the Mountaineers. St. Clair strips it back away on the steal. Johnson leads it up slowly, crosses it around the mid part of the field. Moved over now for Ryan. Ryan cuts right. Ryan tackle down. Play continues as Mohawk moves it away. And it goes out of touch. Around the mid part of the field. No, stays on the very edge of the yellow line. Demario Doan kicks it away. Just around the edge of the yellow line to stay in touch right around in the midst of the sun. The far side of the field. Here comes Mohawk. Capped up for the shot. Demario Doan gets a hand on it. And Demario Doan with another save. Just gets it softly passed away. St. Clair looking to rush forward on their own momentum swings. Johnson with another touch. Johnson loses the touch. Grayley. Kick back up for Woods. Tapped off of Lammers. Saints able to kick it ahead back to midfield. Approaching the 60th minute of play in this one. looping it around is Epp. Moved around once again by Mohawk. Front of the St. Clair bench. Saints trying to make adjustments on the movements. Picked up by French. French immediately tackled down. French tries to keep it, can't. St. Clair kicks it up off a Mountaineer in turn. Surrounded by orange and black, the Saints able to get out of the pressure. With it, Watson. Watson knocked out a touch. Throw in Mohawk. St. Clair strips it back after the throw in. Johnson moves towards the midfield. Can't get to it. Kicked away again by Mohawk. Lots of touches so far from Mohawk in the second half of play. They still trail by 1 in the 60th minute of play here on We Digital. Floated up past midfield. St. Clair with a break. 3 defenders converged on Johnson, able to break it up. Watson comes to help. Watson contact, and that draws a whistle. And a hard tackle draws the free kick for Mohawk. The Mountaineers quickly drawing a whistle before this free kick. Already one of the players moving to the side, trying to stay hydrated. DeFrancesco for this free kick. Play is still going. And now whistles blow. Go back the other direction. Following this game, OCAA action, OCAA action for men's soccer. 6:50 p.m. Eastern Time here on We Digital. Be sure to tune in as the action continues on opening night for soccer in the OCAA. Popped up by Mohawk. Back and forth for Ryan. Kicked ahead towards the box. 2-on-2. Mohawk rolls it away from the box. Watson. Break up from DeFrancesco. That rolls out a touch for the goal kick. And our substitution signal now for the Mountaineers. Torrey McFadden, the first-year player, signal to come in. This field see plenty of action tomorrow as well because it is London, it is St. Clair, it is here where that action is expected to be electric. Be sure to tune in 6:50 p.m. Eastern here on We Digital for OFC football. After the substitution with McFadden coming in and Greeley coming out. Throw-in signal on the far side of the field. St. Clair floats it around for Watson. Watson at the center field line. Watson, the pass. St. Clair taking it slow. Ryan trying to keep it, can't. Mohawk retreats. Ryan knocks it out of touch, and that will set up another kick. DeHaan has had a very quiet match so far. Despite 9 St. Clair shots, just 2 saves. But 2 goals allowed. St. Clair with a chance. Watson steals it. Kicks it up for DeHaan. Now keeps busy with the save. DeHaan with a rare goal kick. Most of the time it's just passed it away. Moved all the way down the field and kicked out of touch for a goal kick in response. That time on the attack attempt, Glassbergen. St. Clair setting up right now. For a slow roll up the field. Mohawk in turn breaks up the slow roll. Kick to the heart of the plate. Up towards the box. St. Clair kicks it away. Out of touch. Just the one attacker up the field for St. Clair's attack formation. That being Johnson, who can't get to it this time. A 2-3-3-1 formation being taken by St. Clair throughout this half as that one goes out of touch. Johnson being utilized more so as a playmaker, more so than an attacker though, as we've seen throughout the half. Mohawk wanting another substitution in turn. Mindzak from St. Catharines will come in. Her second year of the program in up eligibility. Coming out is Snyder. Immediately set up for the throw-in. Thrown quickly towards the box. Not able to get a grip on it. As that one's thrown out of touch off the officials. Mohawk will do it again. 66th minute. Quickly thrown towards the box and quickly stopped by Demario Doan. Demario Doan trying to move the offense forward for the attack. Goal kick up and away. Out of the reach of Johnson, but off the bounce. Picked up by the Saints. Now to Johnson. Once again picked up by Mohawk. Moved around for the Mountaineers. Stolen back away. Alou to Johnson. Now works it over to the wings. Johnson avoids the tackle attempt. Kicked over to Ryan. Ryan in this formation being utilized bit towards roving attacker. Stolen away by Mohawk though. Looking for the attack through the traffic, bounces around. Here comes Mohawk, the shot. They tie it up and score. And the Mountaineers have brought it to a 2-2 match in the 67th minute. Off a couple different deflections, you see just off the side of the foot of Abash. It opens up the floodgates. Glassbergen expected to be an influence on the offense in her first year of eligibility. Picks up goal number 1 for Mohawk for her season. And goal 2 of the match for the team. Substitution coming in already. St. Clair quickly burning in Alana Tzebski. So on shot 16, goal 2 comes in for Mohawk, who are tied at 2 in the 68th minute. St. Clair missing Johnson. Mohawk trying to move it away, move to midfield. Bounced up the field now for Glassbergen. Kicked out of touch. They have given the credit for Kuparaji. Either way, first goal for their seasons. Snare substitution coming in before this kick. Tremblay. Out of touch it goes. Mohawk trying to move it back to the box. Mario Doan comes up on the bounce for it. Knocked down after the Mohawk throw. Picked up around Cardona. Chasing back after a Glassbergen. Out of her touch. Sankor on the slow roll. 71st minute. 2-2 the score. Mohawk quickly stripped back away. Out of the reach of Watson. Moved up for Epp. Epp, the shot. Demario Doan stops it. Quickly tossed back around Glassbergen. Pop back around to Mario Doan. Taps it over the woodwork. Mario Doan's busy day continues. That will set up a second corner for Mohawk. So far in this game, you see here Demario Doan just over the woodwork. The goal kick through the box. Softly touched by the Mountaineers, quickly kicked away for the reset by St. Clair. Thrown in quickly, St. Clair takes it away quickly. Mohawk able to pick it up midfield. Moved up and around for Epp. Epp avoiding some of the pressure. Move back around. Through the box, the shot blocked. St. Clair kicks it back away. Kept inside the range by Brinker. Brinker shot off the touch, scores. And the Mountaineers take their first lead of the match. It's 3-2. Quick look at the replay. The shot kicked through some of the traffic off of Demario Doan's hand and into the net it goes. Mohawk up 3-2 in the 74th minute. Kicked around by St. Clair. Kicked away by Demario Doan. Brinker with her first goal of the season in the 74th minute has given Mohawk a 3-2 advantage. And another attack brewing on the free kick. A fast kick up. Demario Doan dives on top of it. Demario Doan elects to throw it around. St. Clair kicks it up. Tapped around and stolen away again by the Mountaineers. French not able to hold on to it, avoiding one tackle. Back and forth for Glassbergen. Now with it, Epp. Epp working up the wing. Epp off the touch of the Saints. They'll set things up for the corner. See some of the men's players starting to warm up before this corner here in the 75th minute. They'll take the field in less than an hour from now. Approximate start time coverage 6:50 p.m. Be sure to tune in here on We Digital as you see the score line. 2 goals picked up in 6 minutes alone for the Mountaineers. They try it again from the corner. That one rolls out of touch. Set up a goal kick. And one of the balls used for warm-ups has rolled into play, so they will do this again. Mario Doan going for the soft touch this time. Moved around far side. St. Clair pops it around midfield. Mohawk now with it. Kicked around Glassbergen. Back and forth. Glassbergen with it. Glassbergen to the middle. Picked up by St. Clair. Rolled around and picked up off the deflections. Now here comes DiFrancesco. Avoids one tackle. Quickly passed away. On the charge, Cardona. Cardona nearly tackled in the box. Kicked away instead by St. Clair. That goes out of touch for the throw-in. The Mountaineers looking for the icing on the cake. DiFrancesco dodges left. Go to the box. Kicked back up to the sky. And out of touch for another throw-in. Saints really feeling the pressure. Doubled up on shot attempts. 20-10. Thrown back in quickly. Quickly kicked back up to the sky. With it, French. No, French gets stripped again. French is down, coming back on up. Moves slowly around by Epp. Staying back at full strength as it's kicked out of play. DiFrancesco looks to throw it on in. That one quickly sets up a goal kick as that one rolls out of bounds and out of play and out of touch. Coming up to 11 minutes to go. Mohawk not backing down on their attack. Again. Glassbergen sets up the tee. Kicked away. Now kicked over to Mario Doan as she stops it again. Brinker on the previous shot. Mario Doan setting a high mark on saves, to say the least, today. Another free kick. St. Clair this time able to pick it up Letting it roll away, though. Mohawk again on the rush. Kicked up to Mario Doan, and another save, potentially to the mark. 19. Mario Doan kicks it away. Again, Mohawk strips it away. Again, Glassbergen on the attack, right wing. Has a trailer in DiFrancesco to help. DiFrancesco moves back behind, moves through the box. Kicked away by a Saint. St. Clair finally able to break through some of the pressure. Potential rush. One-on-one, Mohawk quickly strips it back away. And that one rolled out of touch just before the kick attempt by Woods. In the 80th minute of play. Bounced around for Epp. Epp gets tackled. St. Clair gets touch. Saints have not had a shot over the past 10 minutes or so. Most of the play has taken place in the St. Clair side of the pitch. Move back around into the Saints part of the pitch, once again to mid-zone. Slowly dribble down. Watson, nearly tackled from behind, retreats back. Kick back around. Long boot up towards French. Now moved up towards space, picked up by Mohawk. Picked back up by St. Clair. French passes it back. Tap back around. Over to French. Stolen away. Now working with it. Habash. Pass past Habash. Trying to get over to the Deschamps. Misses. Strip back at the midfield line. Move over to Ryan. Ryan can't keep her feet on the ball. Move back again now for Brinker. Moved quickly. Out of touch. St. Clair throw in. 82nd minute. 3-2 here on We Digital. Multiple defenders converge around the throw-in. Move back up by St. Clair around the far side. And a whistle called. Slide tackle attempt by Mohawk. Here's they will get the chance for the free kick. St. Clair running out of time. Move back around the far sideline and out of touch. St. Clair will retake touch for the throw-in. Now around 15 minutes plus without a shot. St. Clair is currently. Throw-in taken away again by the Mountaineers. Again the quick attack. Quickly stripped back this time, however. Off the pass by Habash. Moved up along the left wing. Picked up. Deschamps. Deschamps watches it picked up by DeHaan, though. DeHaan quickly kicks it away. Contact and quickly Mohawk throw in. DiFrancesco gets it off to Epp. DiFrancesco. Stolen away by St. Clair quickly. Mohawk back with it. DiFrancesco resets it. Moved upward towards midfield on the pitch. Glassbergen able to help pass it along now for the left side. on the far side of the field. Bounced around towards midfield's midline. Mindzik, not able to keep up with it. Back and forth in the 84th minute now with the ball. Mohawk and St. Clair. St. Clair down by 1. Up the far side, the Mountaineers go. St. Clair strips it back. Popped up. Again, picked up by Cardona. Cardona not able to keep up with it. Moved up for a one-on-one chance. Trying to sprint after it is French. Kick back to the goalkeeper, DeHaan. DeHaan kicks it away. Watson not able to knock it back on down. Mindzik able to come with it. St. Clair trying to strip it back. Not able to get the tackles. They're able to get the pass, however, up the field. Dender. How about midfield? Passed along the line. Far side. St. Clair lets it roll. Takes it cautiously as Ryan not able to get to it. Past the 85th minute of play here in Windsor. On the far side, knocked out of touch. And the tension can be felt by many in the stands. A lot of fans at the edge of their seats watching as the sun sets and St. Clair's chances set to start the season with a victory. Thrown back in, St. Clair flies it back up and out of touch. Just at the very edge of the corner. It looks like they may, yes, give the corner. So a corner kick coming up for the Mountaineers at a critical time to ice this. No goals off the corner so far this match. This time to the box. Tapped down softly. St. Clair heads it away. Trying to kick it away. Finally able to get it out of the box. Kept towards the box though by the Mountaineers. Strong kick again. Misses the woodwork. Out of touch for the goal kick. And a substitution being signaled now by the Mountaineers as they bring Kayla Golden back in for this goal kick. So Golden comes back on in. Close out this match. Coming out is Jans. Goal kick goes straight to a Mountaineer again. DiFrancesco kicks it away. Moved around far side. St. Clair bumps it away just before the box. St. Clair running out of space and time to attack into the Mohawk zone. Kicked out of touch for a throw-in right around midfield. Strong throw-in rolls over the top of the Saint. Not able to get a touch on it, Deschamps. Deschamps, though, able to get it off touch. Thrown in, bounced away by Mohawk. 88th minute. St. Clair trying to tackle at it to get it back. Kicks it away instead. And St. Clair just lets it roll for the goal kick. Down to maybe one chance to try and seal things. Moved around the far side. One player is down on the pitch right in the 89th minute. Kicked out of touch. This may extend time right before the end of this match. So an injury stop that's on the pitch. And the trained staff being signaled back onto it. Again, in the 89th minute, right before a throw-in attempt coming from the near side of the field. And the Mountaineer quickly trying to get off the pitch. Get play back rolling here to close things out. Kuparaji coming back on in, who picked up that goal in the 68th minute that tied this match. So we now enter extra time. Back underway. And out of touch once more. Mohawk trying to work quickly to burn things down for the end of this match. Moved around midfield. Just looking to kick it back and forth. Draining the clock on down in this added time. App moves it ahead. Epp knocked down. No whistle. St. Clair kicks it ahead. One possible final chance for French. Moved over once again on the attack up the wing. Deschamps has it kicked out of touch. This will set up a kick. The signal is a goal kick. Hahn kicks it away. St. Clair able to break a chance, but out of time. With a whistle, hold on, offside signaled. And now they've run out of time. During the 3-year stint in the past for head coach Vanini, 24-4. The second stint starts 0-1 in the win-loss column. 3-2 in full time for the Mohawk Mountaineers to start their season off with a W. French picks up both goals for St. Clair. 3 different goal scorers for the Mountaineers. Start things off with an electrifying 23 shots to pick up the victory. Men's action coming up in just a bit. 6:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Coverage expected to begin here for OCAA action. They start off the men's slate in style. Mountaineers, Saints coming up. With that, it's time to say goodbye. For our crew, I'm Justin Prince saying so long. We'll see you for men's action soon.